John, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
Where did it all start?
Well, Nick, a long time ago I used to work for an employer. It was in the car business. And I'd only just gotten married and I really didn't have any money. Then one day I saw an advertisement in the paper for a service station site in Victoria Park. It was up for auction. I never had any money and I couldn't afford it anyway, so I didn't go to the auction. I rang up the next day hoping that they'd tell me it had sold, and it hadn't. So I didn't sleep the next night, and I rang them up the next day and made them an offer they couldn't possibly consider. Well, they rang me the next morning and said, "It's yours." So I sweated blood. I had to walk up and down St George's Terrace with my briefcase trying to raise the money, and I got 120% of what I needed, which you could do in those days, and that's how I started.
If you weren't in the car industry, what would you be doing?
I wanted to be a lawyer, but we had no money. I mean, we were fairly humble beginnings. I was born in Beaconsfield and grew up in East Fremantle. I shared a very small bedroom with two other brothers. Big plus about all of that was that whilst I didn't grow up knowing what I wanted to be, I surely knew what I did not want to be.
Are you the #1 car salesman in the country?
From one location in Victoria Park, I did 18,100 cars last year, and that would be, look, I say this absolutely, humbly, I think that's the highest number of sales from any one location, probably in the world.
In the world?
Yeah, certainly in Australia.
Yeah.
From one location.
How active are you now in the actual selling of cars?
How active?
Yeah. Are you actually on the floor?
Straight after this, why don't you go back, pick up the phone and ring. You ring the John Hughes dealership and ask for John Hughes, you'll be put straight through.
Actually, I've got to admit, I did call and I went straight through to you. It was unbelievable.
I am very involved.
How important is advertising for your industry?
It's huge. Yep. It's huge. Well, certainly. And look, I'm a great believer in television too. Yep. I mean, we spend... I'd certainly spend more on television than any other motor dealer, again, probably in Australia, because it is expensive.
It is.
But I'm a great believer in television. I think it's terrific. We spend a lot of money on press, we spend a lot on TV, a lesser amount, but still a considerable amount on radio, and our advertising bill every year is quite huge.
What about new media?
Now, I had some people come and talk to us about a week ago about social media and Facebook and Twitter, and we have to be in it, and we're going to be in it. I'll leave that to the experts because I'm old school.
John, what do you like to do on the weekends?
Well, I work.
You work?
Yeah, no, I exercise. I've got a fitness trainer comes down twice a week and puts me through keeps the rust off, so to speak. But I don't play golf, I don't use a boat, haven't got a property at Margaret River, don't play bowls. The thought of gardening would fill me with dread. I shouldn't say that. There's probably quite a few of your listeners who are gardeners. Sorry about that, but but I like to travel, yep. And I love work. It's my passion. It's not work. It's my hobby. It's my pastime. It's whatever.
Where is the John Hughes Group going in the next 5 years? Is there anything exciting down the?
I don't see us expanding any more outside of where we're at. But I want to maximise what I've got. We're currently selling about 1,600 cars a month. I'd like to get that up to 1,700, 1,800, 1,900. Where's the limit?
It doesn't stop.
The only limit is between your two ears.
For those that are starting out in business, what are the key tips you would give them to become a success?
Okay. So make sure you know what you're doing. Make sure that you have enough capital, and make sure that you get proper accounting.
John, what do you love about Perth?
The fact that in Perth you can set your own pace. In Sydney you're full ahead all the time. You're on full stream ahead. In Perth you can go as fast as you like or as slow as you like. I'm talking in business now. Yeah. There are a lot of very competitive people in Perth. Perth's a very competitive environment, and there are a lot of very successful people in Perth. But there are also quite a few who are more laid back and like the lifestyle. So, Perth's... Perth's a great place to live. It's a great place to go away from time to time, but it's a great place, even better place to come back to.
John, are you going to watch Undercurrent this Saturday?
At, is it 7 o'clock?
At 7:30 each Saturday.
Will I be watching 7:30 next Saturday night? Absolutely.